So we're going to continue listening to Denzel Washington. I'm loving all his speeches and everything he's talking about. I want to get into detail to the wisdom that he's spitting because there's so many. He's just hit the spot in so many, like, there's so much he's saying that just that resonates with me a lot. So I wanted to replay this and just be a part of this.
Because their apologies aren't about making amends, they're about easing their own guilt or keeping you from walking away. It's still about them.
And the title of this is If Someone Cheats and Hurts You. So this is for relationships.
In some cases, selfishness can be rooted in fear of being alone, fear of not being good enough, fear of missing out on something better. But instead of addressing those fears in a healthy way, selfish people act out in ways that hurt others. They cheat because they want the thrill of something new, the validation of someone else's attention. They lie because they don't want to face the consequences of their actions. They manipulate because it's easier than being honest. And all the while, they tell themselves that their behavior is justified, that their happiness is worth the price of your pain. The truth is, selfish people often lack the emotional maturity to sustain healthy relationships. They want the benefits of love without the responsibilities, the perks without the compromises. They want to be loved unconditionally while offering only conditional love in return. And when the relationship no longer serves them, when it stops being convenient or fulfilling in the way they demand, they have no qualms about stepping outside of it. What makes selfishness so damaging is that it creates a cycle of harm. When someone hurts you out of selfishness, it can leave you feeling unworthy, as though you weren't enough to keep them loyal or honest. But that's the lie selfish people leave in their wake. Their actions were never about your worth. They were about their inability to see beyond themselves. And here's the hard truth. Selfish people rarely change unless they're forced to confront the consequences of their behavior.
Yep.
As long as they can get what they want without accountability, they'll keep doing what they're doing. They'll keep prioritizing their own needs, their own happiness at the expense of anyone who crosses their path. And that's why it's so important not to internalize their actions as a reflection of you. Selfishness isn't love. It's not even close. Love is selfless, generous, and rooted in mutual respect.
Exactly.
It's about putting someone else's well-being on equal footing with your own.
Yeah.
About making choices that honor the trust and connection you've built. Selfishness, on the other hand, destroys trust. It takes and takes without giving back. It leaves scars that can take years to heal.
Yep.
When you encounter someone who cheats or hurts you out of selfishness, it's a painful wake-up call. It forces you to see them for who they really are, not who you hoped they would be. And that realization is one of the hardest parts, accepting that the person you trusted, the person you loved, was incapable of giving you the same in return. But even in the midst of that pain, there's a lesson to be learned. You can't control someone else's control of how. You can control how you respond to it. You can choose to set boundaries, to walk away, to protect your peace. You can choose to prioritize your own well-being instead of trying to fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed. Selfishness may explain their actions, but it doesn't excuse them. It doesn't make it right.
And sorry, Denzel, I wanted to say, like, you know, it's not even like trying to fix somebody. It's trying to deal with the person that you feel like the universe has put in your life, like the person that you love, the person that you're in love with, the person that your heart chooses. It's not like you can unlove them. If you can fall out of love with them, then you can get away from them. But when you, as long as you're in love, and as long as you have feelings for this person, it's really hard to just get away from them, because when you sleep in the night, that's who you think about. You wake up, that's the first person to think about. So how do you run? Where do you go? You know, so you're forced to keep trying to fix the relationship, keep trying to help the person, make them better, make excuses for them, even, and they're not necessarily excuses, but maybe they are excuses, but just you try to sympathize for as long as you can, because there is this thing called love that makes it extremely hard for you to just walk away. And you wish you can, but love won't let you.